3 ways to get your offer accepted in today's housing market. We'll cover that today on Frequently Asked Friday. Hey guys, my name is Chris Elliott with the Elliott Real Estate Team. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm going to be very needy in my ask, and I appreciate you doing that for me. So today we're going to cover 3 ways that you can get your offer accepted in today's housing market. First and foremost, cash matters. The amount of cash that you have to play with on your prospective purchase, both in your down payment and also in these guarantees that we'll talk about later in this video, is absolutely going to matter. So as much cash as you can get your hands on, that is going to help you extensively. A couple different ways you can do this. You can pull an equity line out on your current home if you're buying and then selling. You can get gift funds if you've got a rich uncle or family members that are willing to lend you money or give you money. If they've got more than you can handle, send them my way. I would love to be able to put that money to use. What else can you do? You can get margin loans. So if you're somebody that's got a good size stock portfolio, you can talk to your financial advisor or your stock holding company and see what it would take to get a margin loan. So that way you can become a cash buyer in this market or have more cash to inject into the transaction. And then last but not least, you can look into bridge loans. These are companies and individuals that will loan you money for a set period of time for a certain interest rate or a certain amount of points. Definitely, talk to an attorney, talk to a financial advisor. I'm not one. I'm just giving you options that you can do to get cash in your hand. So once again, the more money you can offer to put down as a down payment, the more secure your loan is going to look to a prospective buyer. If you can get all the way to where you're purchasing in 100% cash, that's going to help you. Number 2, appraisals, either waiving or guaranteeing them. So part of our template contract is saying that, hey, if I'm getting a loan, the loan has to appraise or the property has to appraise for the purchase price. Now, if you're buying cash, you have the option to completely waive the appraisal. And in this market, I would probably encourage you to do so. But if you're buying with a loan, you can still waive the appraisal. And all that necessarily means is that, hey, if there's an appraisal shortage, meaning the purchase price is up here, but the appraisal comes in here, you're basically saying, hey, I'm willing to guarantee the difference in cash because the lender's only going to loan you on the appraised amount. That's where, going back to point number 1, that's where that cash comes into play, okay? The other thing you can do is you can do a guarantee of a certain amount. So if you're saying, hey, I'm not willing to write a blank check, I don't want to guarantee but so much on that appraisal, you can make an appraisal cash guarantee of a certain amount. So you're basically saying, hey, we bid the property up to here, the appraisal came in at here, but I'm willing to bridge the gap up to $5, $10, $15, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 difference. Basically, I'm willing to, whatever the appraisal comes in at, I'm willing to tack on X amount of cash to get it up to the purchase price. So that's one way that you can make that guarantee. But put a figure on it so you know how much cash you're going to have to be coming out of pocket. But appraisal waivers or cash guarantees on appraisals are going to be huge in 2022. They were big in 2021. We expect to see more of the same. And then last but not least, your third point, we are going to be talking about inspections, waiving or limiting inspections. Now, I cannot in good conscience recommend to somebody to completely waive an inspection. That being said, we are seeing where that is what it's taking on a lot of these properties to get them under contract, because the seller goes, hey, if I've got 5 contracts, they all look about the same, but one buyer is willing to completely waive the inspection, more than likely they're going to go with that offer. I would encourage my client to do the same. The other option that you have is limiting those inspections, meaning, hey, if there are any items that show up that don't cost $1,000 to fix, $2,500 to fix, $5,000 to fix, I'm willing to just waive those. So that's a good option. If you don't feel comfortable completely waiving the inspection, you can limit that inspection, and that way if anything major shows up, you can still have the ability to negotiate that, but anything below a certain dollar threshold, the seller knows that you can't even ask for it. And then last but not least, I'm going to give you a bonus tip, because we always like to go the extra mile at the Elliott Real Estate Team. Just know that the asking price is the opening bid in today's market, and what what I mean by that is it would be wise to come into this endeavor with the expectation that whatever the purchase price or whatever the list price is, it's more than likely going to get bid up another 5 to 10% over and on top of that. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, fears, political opinions you feel necessary to express, go ahead and throw them in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next week.